All right, so it is spring break for so many families in our area, including here in Grand Rapids. I'm joined now by Rob Skidema with the Grand Rapids Public Museum to talk about it's a whirlwind over at the museum with
Yes,
everything that you guys have going on to entertain, kids and families this week. Walk me through it. Basically, every day has a theme is what you guys are doing. What is the next, you've been doing this for a couple of days. What are the next week going to look like?
Yeah, so we have 6 more days left of programming, and we really wanted to do something a little bit more dynamic this spring break than we have the last couple of years. So we came up with this whole let's do a different theme every day. So that staycation kind of vibe you can translate to like, oh, well, we can, like today, we have the Island Getaway Day.
Yeah, so fun.
So all kinds of fun things. Tomorrow we'll start with our Camp Curious preview. So that's our summer camp program. And we want to give everybody a taste of what that summer camp experience is like. So we'll have tables set up all around the museum doing different things, science, culture, history. We have a couple of partners coming in that will do a chemistry program. And then we have, the last couple of years, do some food-centric camps.
Ooh.
So we have one of our instructors coming in to talk about pickling and doing some fun little hands-on pickling things where you get to take the food with you.
Oh,
so
fun.
not only you get to fun, but you get a little treat along the side of that.
Something to take home and continue to talk about.
Exactly.
And how is this working as far as families showing up? You're staying with your kiddo for these days. What is sort of pricing, timing, logistical things like that look like?
Yeah. So our weekday hours are 9 to 5, and we'll have activities going on in the museum throughout that entire open time. So we've brought back our big toys, which are always a big hit during this time of year. So that's things like Operation Game and the big chess pieces. We also, because it's nearing the end of the Nature of Color exhibit, we did this fun little scavenger hunt where we had one of our consignment artists, who's 14, make all of these about this big crayons, like crayon characters.
Oh my goodness.
And the theme is they've had so much fun at the museum they don't want to go home. So they're hiding throughout the museum.
Oh, that's so fun.
And so there's a little scavenger hunt where prizes, if you do it and you turn it in at the front, you'll get a little treat from the museum.
Yeah.
That's been a really big hit.
That's, who doesn't love a scavenger hunt?
Exactly. And then we'll have some just different stations that are open, our business hours, 10 to 5 on the weekend. In addition to that, we have kind of these targeted programming that tied to the themes, and those go from 11 to 3.
Okay.
So there's a variety of different activities. Tomorrow's the camp day. The day after that, we'll have the Grand Rapids Griffin and the Grand Rapids Rise come to the museum, and they're going to be in that 11 to 3 window where they have giveaways. They're bringing a couple of elements that we can, play around with. Test people's vertical leap, stuff like that. I won't give too much away.
Yeah, don't give too much away, but that sounds fun.
And then, they're going to give some things out as well. And then we're doing a Lego day where if you've ever been to the museum over the winter holiday where you see the whole big Lego display downtown, they're going to come in and do a special display just for this day, coinciding with a Lego, like a family Lego build competition, and they're going to be the judges.
Always love a little friendly competition.
Exactly,
It's always fun.
And so those kind of targeted things are between 11 to 3.
That's kind of the hot spot
The
in the
hot
middle
spot,
of the day.
yep, in the middle of the day. The nice thing is it's free with admission. So that means for Kent County, it's discounted for adults, and kids 17 and under get in for free, plus free parking.
That is always
parking
key,
part.
especially
so
downtown.
if you're coming downtown on a spring break day, then come to the museum. If you're Kent County, you can park for free. And then we kind of wrap it up at the end of the week with a underwater adventure day, where we will have a great partner who does underwater remote operated vehicles. So he brings in a tank of water. Kids get to make, I say kids and adults.
Because we know adults are getting in on the fun.
They're like, no, it's my turn. Where they get to make a submersible with a motor on it and everything, and test out their driving skills and piloting skills in a tank of water. And then we're bringing in a real live mermaid for a photo opportunity and some autographs.
That sounds like a blast. And that's Sunday?
And that's Friday.
Friday,
yep.
Okay.
And then the end of the Nature of Color exhibit is the 13th. So that last weekend, Saturday, Sunday, will really be focused on that particular exhibit. So we'll have everything color centric on Saturday. And then a program I'm really happy that we're doing and proud of is Sensory Sundays. It happens all year long, the second Sunday of each month. When we looked at the calendar, we're like, well, that's the end of spring break. Should we do it? And we're like, we absolutely should do it. This is a way then for people that have sensory processing issues. If they're looking for maybe a more quiet space, but still a great spring break experience, then that Sunday, the 13th, is the day for you. And so we'll still have a lot of the activities out. But what that really does is we kind of try to make a neutral level experience with the museum. So things that are too dark or too quiet, we'll raise up. Things that are too bright or too loud, we'll lower. So people coming in, we have quiet rooms during that day, signage that leads to our website that talks about our social stories, our universal design initiatives. So that's a great way to end our spring break. It's a little bit of everything for anyone who's coming into town or is in town.
Yeah, gosh, you guys have just so much going on, and we're going to add to that. You have this new exhibit that's opening up, all things baseball, which is very hot right now. Obviously, the season, just started for the Tigers. What can people expect at that exhibit? What's that all about?
First, hoping there was a Tigers win. The last I checked, they were leading, so you never know in baseball. We were approached, I want to say almost a year and a half, 2 years ago, by a private collector who has over 1,200 signed baseballs, all from the Tigers.
Oh my gosh.
That date back to like 1901. So over
That's
120
crazy.
years. And we, on our second floor exhibit space, we put in, just on Friday we opened up, we put in those baseballs, and then as a museum we have to do a little bit of extra stuff to that. So there are elements that still tie to baseball as the theme that are around the exhibit space.
Cool.
And again, free with admission, and that exhibit will be up for a while. So we're really excited. It just adds a whole new flavor.
I'm going to have to tell our newsroom more about it, because we've got a lot of baseball fans, and that, to see the memorabilia, that's so cool, especially for that long of time.
Including Ty Cobb.
Oh,
so,
there you go.
mean, we go back to all of the greats you can think of. Chances are it's in that collection.
Wow, and that's that's roughly 1,200 signed.
Roughly 1,200 signed
insane.
baseballs, and it's nice. They break it out through the different eras. So 1900 to 1910, and it just goes around the space. So if there are certain baseball players from years that you're looking
that you
for,
want to look up,
you don't have to look through 1,200 of them to try
you can
to
go to
find
that
them.
year.
You can go to that time frame, and chances are you will find it.
Really cool. So again, 11 to 3 is sort of the key time, that the spring break activities are happening, but you can also check out, obviously anything else going on in the museum, and then everything's sort of wrapping up on Sunday with that sensory time. Anything else you just want folks to know about, what's going on this week?
It's just been a lot of fun, and I have to give a great shout out to our community partners, because we don't do all this on our own. We love it when other people come in and join us. And we've had from, like today we had Grand Rapids Public Library there today. We had a great food caterer, Honeybees, that was there. We've had like the Lego group coming in a couple of days. There's just been this collaborative effort to ensure that everybody, who's doing a staycation.
Yeah, just because you didn't go somewhere crazy doesn't mean you can't have fun.
Can have something fun to do. So we really appreciate that. And yes, come on down. Every day is something different, so 6 more days of enjoyment.
Yeah, so much more fun stuff to do. And I know you guys are constantly posting on Facebook. All the info's up on your website as well. So if you want a recap of everything we just talked about, you can definitely find that online. Rob, thanks so much for walking us through this, getting folks excited. Just because you didn't whisk off to Mexico or somewhere doesn't mean you can't have fun right here in Grand Rapids. Awesome.
And it'll be a great day to be inside tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
So
tomorrow is a good day. Yes. All right, Rob, thanks so much. We're going to take a brief break, and then we're talking about moose with the Department of Natural Resources.